Hi, this is Sean, otherwise known as TechNeck with Atlanta Phoenix Guard. I've been playing competitive FPS for around 20 years, controller and mouse. Today, I'm going to review this little doohickey, the LA1 by Lethal Gaming Gear. My normal main is the in-game gear XM1R. I've used it for around 1.5 years. I just haven't bothered to upgrade to the XM2WE because I want to explore some other options like the LA1. The XM1R comes in at like 122 by 66 by 39, weighs about 70 grams, and the Lethal measures in at 122 by 57 by 38 at about 52 grams. My hands are 21 and a half by 12. The specs for the Lethal mouse come in at a sensor model PixArt PAW3395. Switch types are Hawano Blue Shell Pink Dot. I prefer Kaleidos still, but that's completely and utterly personal preference. A lot of people who used to like Kaleidos are now kind of maining the Hawano Blue Shell Pink Dot. So there's been a lot of movement over to that. And it's a very, very popular switch right now. Encoder is a TTC Gold. Polling rate is 1,000 hertz currently. There is a plan that has been discussed before about 4K polling, but I haven't seen anything further on that. So that's probably something in the coming months that'll be announced on that, and you'll see why there's been some other focus in other areas currently. Basically, all this means is that Lethal went all out in putting everything they could into making a top-end, high-spec mouse on their first outing, and they succeeded incredibly well. The coating on this mouse is very good. I'm spoiled by Vaxi, Zowie, In-Game Gear, their coatings. And Lethal's coating stands up pretty good to it. I normally have drier hands, and so sometimes mice don't grip the way I want. Normally that little bit of, I apologize for this, moisture helps mice grip a little bit better, unless it's like a full glossy coating, and those are a little better for drier hands. But what I've found so far with Lethal's mouse is that it's fine for anything. They've done a really good job on the coating, grips the hand really well. I only have a few minor complaints about the mouse, and really it's all completely me. I prefer mice that have a rear hump shape like this, that have that curvature towards the rear of the mouse. It helps lock your palm in, and you can still make fingertip adjustments quite easily. That's why I'm a big fan of XM1R. Really, the only gripe I have with the mouse is the same gripe I have with every mouse, and it's not Lethal's fault. It's with my dumb big hand. The mouse is just a little too small for me. Really, I think most people could probably get around it. I tried adding on grips, which they don't. I prefer BTL grips, and BTL doesn't directly make a grip for this that's pre-cut. However, XM1R grips and G Pro Superlight grips fit it very well, without interfering with side buttons or anything like that. So I experimented with taking them off of my modded G Pro and the XM1R, and they fit really good. And it increases the width of the mouse just slightly and provides me a better grip. It does, when you place those grips on, cause a little bit of a lesser ability to do those fingertip adjustments as easily, because your hand kind of gets locked into the mouse more. Try it as you may. If you find the mouse is a little too small for you, those of you who have the average size 19 by 10 hands, I would go as far as 21 to probably 10 and a half. I don't think you're going to have any problem with this mouse. This is the kind of mouse that's made for you. Completely an ambidextrous shape, however the buttons are only on one side. All of your DPI settings, lift-off distance, everything is just built into the mouse. There's no software to have to worry about. There's a nice little green LED that shines through the wheel to let you know the mouse is on. Hey, Lethal, if you do come out with a software for this, And it's got a green LED. I'm a freak for RGB. Let me keep that thing on and decrease my battery life, because if you look at the keyboard here, you'll notice that I have a problem with RGB, and I really like it. Comes with an extra set of core pads in the box. Another thing that I like that Lethal did is, instead of making their own skate and trying to do this and do that, they just went with core pads. Core pads are my preference on everything. I just don't think you can beat core pads. That's me. I just love core pads, and I love that they included 2 sets in there with it. And I think they've made a great product. Lethal's commitment to quality is better than any other company I've seen. They're not new to the peripherals market, but they're new to making their own mouse. But they've seen enough across the board of what goes wrong that they knew what not to do. And this mouse got delayed due to side flex issues. When I got this mouse, it was the first thing I checked. The side flex on this mouse is so discreet and unnoticeable unless you're directly looking for it, that you're not going to notice it. There's no actuation of the buttons on the side flex. Maybe my copy is just one of the better ones. The pre and post travel, there's no pre-travel, and there's barely any post travel. There's not much noticeable wobble on the clicks, not anything worse than anywhere else. In fact, it's still better than most places. Just an incredible product. I wish there was a slightly larger plus size version of this that I could get my hand around better. And really, they've made a good job still of making this mouse for anybody, because the only place that I have a problem with it is where my fingers sit over each other here. I find myself cramping slightly and doing a constant adjustment from like pincering the side of it to like sitting my fingers there, and it just becomes uncomfortable. And if you have hands that are my size, this may not be a deal breaker for you. That's just how I find myself personally with it. I cannot say enough about how much I love this mouse and how much it was worth the wait. I just wish my hands were slightly smaller to properly use it. I can't speak well enough about this product they've made. I'll put in a couple clips from Overwatch, my main game, that I've hit on it. You can kind of notice in some of my aim movement there, I'm being quite slow with it and deliberate, just because I'm a little bit uncomfortable on that right side. Again, that's nothing against Lethal. That's completely a me problem. Just for kind of a side-by-side shape comparison, you can see where both of them have the hump facing the rear. Very similar design. One thing they did that's different on Lethal that took me a little while to get adjusted to, but I wound up enjoying it, is the clicks. The front clicks here are concave, so there's a groove for your fingers to sit in. It gives you more of a locked-in feeling with that rear hump. There's nothing wrong with it. I quickly adjusted to it. I quite enjoy it now and wish the XM1R had a little bit more of it, because the adjustment I had to make was from like moving my fingers slightly for those fingertip adjustments, learning to kind of drive it where the concaveness of the fingers get locked in. Extraordinary mouse. I know I keep repeating myself like a broken record. I can't say good enough about it. One of the other that I like to call personality changes, if you look at the bottom of the mouse, the XM1R's hump comes out slightly bigger. So if you have bigger hands, you may prefer something like this because it rounds out more, and your fingers kind of just rest in this concaveness. Directly speaking with Lethal, one of the things he stated was he performed better on a mouse with narrower sides. This is a mouse that Lethal has wanted for themselves, and he's created it, and you get to enjoy this labor of love that he's created, and it's just a great product. I know that's a broken record. Don't you have anything to say other than ADD-fueled rant of, well, great product, buy it. Wow, great product, buy it. It's as simple as that. It's a fantastic mouse. Is it going to improve your aim over using the Vaxi XE, the Starlight 12 G Pro? No, not right out of the bat, but if you use it and the shape is for you, you're going to love this mouse, and I think you'll never buy another mouse. I can see so many people buying this and just being like, yeah, that's, I'm done. This is it. Again, everything is top spec. There's nothing left on there that you're wanting for. There's nothing. Hi, Miles. Do you like the mice? Miles, do you give this mouse approval? See, he likes it so much he took it himself. What more do you want? It's a great gaming mouse. It's a great children's toy. Drool resistant, as I've learned. He prefers to use it like this, so good on that lethal. You've made a vertically ambidextrous mouse. But yeah, no, seriously. Go out, buy this mouse if you can. I know it's currently sitting on Max Gaming. No warranty with the side flex issue. Again, Lethal Gaming Gear did so good on... This was the only thing to worry about on the mouse. And they're currently working with a distributor to get the whole issue fixed. Yes, so Lethal is currently offering it for $80 as of now. The batch with the small flex issue. Again, maybe it's just my copy. I don't have any problems with a side flex. If this has a side flex issue, then the G Pro is the worst quality controlled product of all time. And all gamers have been lied to since this is the best-selling mouse on the market. So go buy one of these. $80 for this mouse. Go and purchase this. If you have the right size hand. If you don't have the right size hand, hang it from the rafters. Enjoy it. Make it as a display piece. Code PXG won't be usable on this mouse, but go buy this. Complete stamp of approval. You're going to love this mouse. Thanks, and look forward to doing more reviews soon.